Howdy folks and welcome back. So, I got something new. I got a Silky Gomtaro. I'll put the full name at the top of the screen because it's like, yeah. Anyway, it's 300 millimeters, which is about 12 inches, a little bit under. And this one is kind of unique in that it has two different blade tooth profiles. It has a fine tooth up here and then I guess a coarse or medium tooth back here. And it's obviously fixed blade. I see a lot of Silky folding saws used, and I've heard a lot of or at least I've heard some complaints about the main bolt loosening up while they're cutting and they have to stop and tighten it back down, which doesn't sound like much fun. I like the compact size of this. It's very lightweight. In fact, I believe this is probably lighter, yeah, considerably lighter than my Leatherman Surge. So quite lightweight. The metal feels good. I made a couple of trial cuts with it. It cuts like a dream. I mean, really does. Now, I thought with the fine tooth up front that I could do smaller work if I had to. I could hold the saw like this and get in there and do a little something. However, the Surge does have a small saw, which I put on there off the Wave. Check out that video. At any rate, and then once you want to do bigger projects, well, you've got the whole saw to work with. The other thing is for starting a cut, big teeth can be kind of a drag, kind of difficult to get a cut started, whereas the fine teeth up front are a whole lot starter and easier to start, and then you can really rock and roll with it. So without further ado, one observation right off the bat is when it's in the scabbard, it kind of makes some noise, kind of clunks around in there. And even with the protective sleeve, got it the right way? Yeah. Even with the protective sleeve, it still rattles a bit. So may have to put some leather in there or something like that. My thought is if I did bring this while I was out hunting or something like that, I don't want this thing, clunking around there. The other thing is it has this cool belt clip, which makes it relatively easy to take off. And then it has these other clips there. I'm not sure what they would be for. Maybe for like a leg tie down so it doesn't clunk around, or maybe if you were going to tie it to the side of a pack or something like that. But let's get this thing cutting and see how it does. Alright, so what we have here is a piece of paulownia and a piece of cedar. Cedar's quite dry. This, I found at a site that I was pulling some bigger white pine logs out of, so I'm going to give this a try and see how it cuts this. Paulownia is not a very hard wood, but it will illustrate the point. So let's give it a... Very clean cut. Hopefully we got that on camera. I'm not absolutely sure this is paulownia. I think it is though. Alright. Let's try the cedar next. Oh, wow. It is really nice being able to start it with the front there. All right, let's give it a crank. Very clean cut. This is a dry piece of wood too. Alright. Alright, and for the sake of science, I cut the same piece with this is either Harbor Freight or Dollar General folding saw, which I believe was about $4. We'll call it well under 10 when I bought it. It was a Dollar General one. They were $4 each. and the Harbor Freight one I don't remember, so I don't know which one it is, but it was about the same thing either way. I think the Dollar General ones were darker green, but I don't know. I remember, it's been a long time. This thing's got some miles on it, but it's still darn sharp. So yeah, try it up against the Silky, why not? The one thing you can tell immediately is that you hit that hook at the end, and it really wants to stop the cut, so you can't like drag past it. Once you hit that hook, it stops it. Okay. So yeah, this will eventually do it. It's cutting it pretty cleanly and straightly, but it's work. I guess that answers that. Okay, so the takeaway. Love the saw. I like the fact that it's flat. You can connect cuts easier. I learned that with my chainsaw carving. You know, some bars are either triangular shaped and it's difficult to connect cuts because you don't know exactly where the tip is, or they're a little bit belly bottomed. With saws, it kind of goes the opposite way. Some of them are arced, and I felt like the flat was a good way to go. The saw was a little bit pricey at 80 bucks, but man, does it cut, man. It cuts just so smoothly and so well. I really do like the two blade profiles because you can start a cut so easily with the fine and then push through with the coarse. So that's nice. I do wish it was maybe 2 inches longer. I wish they offered it in 14 or 16 inch length. I guess it would be like, this is 300 millimeters, so a 360 or 400 millimeter length. But yeah, I think this one will serve me well and get the job done. Also went ahead and glued some chamois down inside the sheath so that it's quiet. It doesn't rattle around like it did. And I really do like the quick disconnect sheath like that. That's pretty cool. You know, being able to take it off if you're going to sit down and do something, but easily also clip it back on without having to take your belt off. I also tried it on this side. That's where I usually keep my surge and my fire starter, and I don't like it. It's awkward. It's in the way. So having it on opposite sides works. And I may make use of those clips on the back, but we'll see. In the meantime, this gets the job done. It's nice and lightweight. It's something that I would definitely bring like on a hiking trip or survival trip, which I got one coming up. So stay tuned. Sometime mid-September-ish, I should be posting a video on that whole trip. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Catch you later.